Hey, what's up guys? It's T Timmy back again with another video, and we're continuing on the tender tour on the quest to find the best chicken tenders in Manchester, New Hampshire. So today we are at Luigi's Pizza and Grill located on Valley Street, and let's see what we got here. Now right off the bat, I gotta tell you, like, I was sitting there at the bar waiting for my, oh, I'm getting a call.
A few moments later.
You know, waiting for my food, and the hospitality was off the charts. You know, I had the nicest server that recommended the Greek dipping sauce, the Greek dressing dipping sauce, which is made in-house. And I had some great locals talking to me about, you know, all the goings on around the neighborhood. So I thought it was pretty welcoming and a pretty nice spot to spend time in. So I didn't want to take any pictures of the inside because just out of respect for the patrons at the bar and everything. But I hope they have some good chicken tenders. So let's see what we got for the reveal here. Boom. All right, so you guys know by now I got the sweet and sour sauce, or rather the duck sauce. And there's their Greek dressing right there. Here's what we got for the tendies. Decent size. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 of them, and this ran us $8.99. So let's see how they fare. These are blazing hot. I'm sorry if you can hear the music in the background. There's a guy with a banging stereo. But let's get into it. Definitely fresh, not frozen. All white meat chicken breast. Pretty tender. Not the most tender. It's not like falling apart. But pretty good. Wicked greasy. So for a tender score, I'm going to give these guys a 2.5. Right up the middle. They're not falling apart, but they're not tough like chewing on rubber or anything like that. Let's see what we got for juiciness here. I'm going to break this open right in front of the camera so you can see any juices that are coming out of here. I can tell you from taking a bite that these are pretty juicy. These are not dried out. You're not going to have to drink a water right after taking a bite of one of these tenders. So as far as juiciness, they're pretty good. Above average. I'm going to give them a 3. All right, here we go. Crispy. This looks like a pretty crispy piece. Let's see if we can get a crunch out of it. Not sure how that came out on camera, but, you know, not the most crispy. You can see the batter's kind of falling off a little bit. It has been sitting in the box for about 5 minutes. So for a crispy score, I'm going to give them a 1.5. All right, seasoning. So the batter is pretty basic. You know, it's not going to have any salt, any pepper, anything like that on it. Let me zoom it up close so you guys can get an idea. So there's the batter. Pretty basic. It's not southern fried. It's not like a Manchester tender. It does have a good amount of batter on it. So it's somewhere in the middle between like kind of a southern fry without the seasoning, and a Manchester tender, which doesn't have a lot of batter on it. So as part of the seasoning score, let's take a dip into their Greek dressing, which is homemade. Shout out to the bartender that suggested it. Creamy, peppery, cool. Complements the chicken tenders very well. I would have never thought to dip chicken tenders in Greek dressing, but it pairs together very well. I actually like that better than ranch dressing.
Oh my God!
Not very drippy. Medium drip factor. Yeah, medium. Let's try their duck sauce. The bartender did tell me that this is not made in-house, but let's see how it fares. No. Yeah, it's your standard, whatever, mass-made duck sauce. Get the Greek. If you swing by Luigi's, get yourself a cold beer, sit down at the bar, have some conversation, dip it into the homemade Greek dressing. You'll be pretty happy. So for a seasoning score, I'm going to give them a 3, above average. And that's thanks to the homemade Greek dressing. It's very well done. I noticed other Greek things on the menu, so I have a feeling it's probably a Greek-owned restaurant, and I'm told they're under new management about a year ago, so good job. For value, I got 8 of these tenders. Cost me $8.99. They're all about this size. I kind of destroyed like half of them already. So $8.99, that's the cheapest we've seen so far. The next cheapest was the what is it, Kennedy fried chicken and Hot Stone, which was $10.99. You did get a little less here, but $8.99, I mean, you can't beat that with a baseball bat. That's a damn good deal. I'd pay this all day. Have a cold little adult beverage to go along with it. You can't beat it. So for value, Luigi's Pizza and Grill on Valley Street in Manchester, they're getting a 5 all day from me. Yeah, so overall, Luigi's Pizza and Grill, great job. You know, I would definitely come back and try some more of their food. Their chicken tenders are pretty darn good. I can tell they put a good effort into it. It's not that frozen stuff that they could have just served up. To make it easy, they did actually go out and try to make a good, a good fried tender that's hand cut. So good on them. I would say if the crisp was a little better, maybe a little more tender on it, they would have had a pretty top score.